Everything you desire is waiting for you to claim it. There's no creating involved, only invention through imagination and building through action. You are at the center of all your desires, dreams, and achievements. Welcome to Designing Your Life Today, the podcast that's all about your success, achieving your goals, building wealth through your business, and building your most passionate, powerful, magnificent life. Discover ways to use your purpose to connect you to serving others and living your dreams. I am Pat Council, and I know you are built by design to win. And it all begins with knowing how to tap into your success energy. Let's get on the path of discovery, decisive action, development, and unwavering dedication to your life's calling. It's time to embark on a transformative journey where your deepest passions become your most rewarding achievements. Embrace your power to shape your destiny, because this is your moment to do life with power. Hello, Power Up Nation. I'm Pat Council, and on Designing Your Life Today, we are going to talk about why businesses struggle unnecessarily. And because in this day and time, think about it, we have everything that we need. And here's the beauty of it. Things that used to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars in order to keep a business afloat, to even get the business running, to even market the business, to put the information out there, to do whatever was necessary to keep that business going so that people would pay attention to the business or make a purchase. Those things cost a lot of money. Today, it doesn't cost as much. It costs less to run a business. And actually, I want to say even less to start a business. Now, do you need some startup capital? Yes, but you can start with far less than today than you could years ago. I've been in business for more than 30 years, and I have seen businesses come and businesses go. So this is why I wanted to talk about this. I think about the number of people that I've coached over the years, even before I started an actual coaching business, Power Up Nation. The people who would come to my office when I was in real estate and ask me questions about how do you create a successful business, and I would share information with them and help them. So the point that I'm making is I found some common denominators in those that succeeded, and there are common denominators in those that struggle, and some of them, and common denominators in those that ultimately quit the business. So we're going to talk about that today, but I'm going to make it super, super easy, super simple. Okay. And I'm going to give you a main reason as to why all of the above can thrive. And with that being said, let's jump right into it. Oh, wait, before I get into that, I just want to remind you guys that I'm going to be coming back on YouTube. It's going to be April 15th. And so if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go to youtube.com/Pat Council Live, or you can just type in Pat Council and it'll take you to my page, and go ahead and subscribe. You can watch the videos that are already there. As a matter of fact, this podcast is also automatically uploaded to YouTube, so you can listen to the podcast or you can watch some of my older videos. The other thing is that when you subscribe ahead of time, you're going to get the alerts when the first video comes out. So let's move on and talk about why businesses struggle unnecessarily. I said I was going to keep it super simple. So here's the thing. Before we talk about the simple method and the simple actions that you can take in order to get your business to thrive, I just want to say this. First of all, you have to be dedicated to that business. And we're often told that we have to dedicate all of our time. And then there are some people that will say, oh, no, you can work a business, 4 hours a week or something like that. There may be some businesses that you can do that with. But if you're brand new in business, or you're still fairly new, or if your business is floundering, yeah, you're going to have to put in some extra time because you need to figure out what's going on. And if you're brand new, you need to learn what's going on so you can learn how to take advantage of what's going on. So with that being said, dedication is extremely important. So you have to like the business that you're in. Of course, one of the main reasons that businesses fail is because, well, customers don't purchase the product. They don't purchase the service. And I can't tell you the number of people that I've coached, and I've seen this, not with everyone that I've coached, but for the ones that struggle, I've seen this more than once, where they have these challenges in their business, and it's as simple as one thing: discoverability. That's the simple thing. If you can become discoverable in your business, and you have a product or service that people want or they need, you're going to make money. And so I'm going to share with you some of the things that you can do in order to become or get discovered. But also, why do you need this? You need this because it's credibility. It gives you credibility, some of the things that I'm going to share with you. Discoverability is about being found, not just by anybody, but being found by the clients who are looking for what you have to offer. And if you're listening to this and you're thinking, you know what, I'm on social media posting all the time, or I'm out there on these different platforms and nothing is happening. Well, here's the thing about that. It's how you're using your social media tools, if you will, those platforms. Is how you're using whatever tools you're using. So it's more to it than that. I've heard people say, well, you know, my son is really good at YouTube and uploading videos because he's young and he knows about that stuff. Well, does he know marketing? Does he know how to create the right videos? In fact, do you know how to create the right videos that will attract a customer to what you have to offer? Or not just attract that customer, but have that customer believe that you're credible in your business, that you're capable, or that you have a quality product. See, so discoverability involves more than just people knowing your name. There was a time when it was just that simple. People got to know your name. They knew what you did, and they would do business with you. Now, of course, it wasn't that simple, but it was a lot easier because it wasn't as crowded in the business world as it is now. So what makes it more crowded is that most people do their business on the internet now, or they have to have a website and that kind of thing. And so people now go to the website and search. And so as opposed to always just listening to what their friends say, or they used to be able to see an ad in the paper. So, but discoverability has always been around. But today you have to take it to another level. You have to use those tools such that people discover you, they get excited about what you have to offer, as opposed to just posting, and it seems like you're just pushing. So discoverability is about not having to push yourself in front of people in a way that it doesn't get you any kind of results. I see videos all the time, and I see posts all the time from people that have a product or they have a service and they're offering it, and they make these great videos. They're flashy, they're fancy. As a matter of fact, they're cute. Wish I could do that. And so they're really nice. And they say everything except the what's necessary. And this is the part where people drop the ball. And I've seen this more often than not. Even with some of the people that I've coached, the ones that I coach and they struggle, they continue to struggle in their business after I'm finished coaching them. One thing I notice is that they're shy. They're shy about asking for the business. They're shy about saying their name. They're shy about inviting people to either call them or connect with them or get on their email list. They're shy about these things. So when somebody watches your video, they go, okay, it's entertaining. And there are lots of entertaining videos out there. But listen, there are entertaining videos that people put out there and then other people click on it. And lots of people could click on it And those people, they might make some money if they're on YouTube, and they might make some money, but even they're not making a boatload of money, even if they have 100,000 views. But what will make people want to do business with you, what will help your business thrive, is how you deliver your message. So discoverability is a big deal. How can I remember you, or why would I even want to remember you? You will not take up any space in my brain or in my mind if you don't say your name. If I don't know who you are. If you're shy about showing me that you are, in fact, among the experts, or you are among some of the most qualified business people out there, or that you have not just the best product or one of the best products if someone else has a similar product, but that you are committed to giving the best service that's connected to me purchasing your product. That if I do business with you, it will be a good experience. Business, people say business is hard. Business takes work, but I would imagine it's no harder than going on a job that you hate. As a matter of fact, I think going on a job that you don't like is more difficult. Okay, because that is super stressful. Either way, you're going to have some stress. If you're brand new in business and you don't know what you're doing, then it is important that, first of all, you find someone who has some kind of track record. Secondly, that you learn what to do. And third, that if you're shy about marketing yourself and putting yourself out there, that you get over that. Now, here's the thing. When you're marketing yourself, you have to market yourself in a way that will attract people to your business. But once again, it is that shy factor where people think that they're being humble by not saying their name, or they're being humble by not asking for the business. No, asking people to do business with you. No, here's what you're telling me. If you don't want to ask me to do business with me, what you're telling me is you're not good at what you do. You're telling me that you don't believe in what you have to offer. That's what you're telling me. But if you ask me to do business with you, that means you know you're prepared to bring it. You're prepared to sell. Okay, sell me something that is going to improve my life one way or the other, whether it's buying a house, whether it's buying a car, whether it is buying a hat, whether it's buying a dress. So it doesn't matter, of course, and I'm talking for myself because I'm a female. So if you think about all of these things, and be honest, if you're listening to this and you're struggling in your business, how much do you really market yourself? Or do you just tell the people in your circle? A lot of people tell their family members. Listen, your family members, they probably love you. Okay. And I'm guessing I said probably. All right. Let's just say they love you. Your family members love you. And in most cases, and I intend to say this one, in most cases, they will support you. In some cases, they will tell you it is a waste of your time. So when you stop and think about that, family has that air of familiarity. And a lot of times family don't refer people to your business, even though as family, they are supposed to be supportive. Okay. They don't have to want the product. They just have to trust that you, as a family member that they love, that you offer a quality product. So the point that I'm getting to here, you guys, is that you cannot be shy. Discoverability is the reason why most businesses struggle. People think that you're in the mix. Okay. And it doesn't matter what business. Let's say if you're selling a service or a product, if there's 5 other people that's selling that, offering that exact same service, what causes you to stand out? Not just tricks and gimmicks and corny, little corny lines that you're not going to, let's say, support. And when I say corny lines, having a slogan, I still believe in having a slogan, but I believe in having a slogan that tells people what you're about as well as what your business is about. I don't believe in having slogans that are all, catchy and they mean absolutely nothing, because everything is competitive these days. Okay. Now, when I say everything is competitive, it becomes competitive. The minute you start operating your business like 10 other people, you are now in a competition. But if you go towards the idea of discoverability, meaning you're going to talk about what sets you apart, you're going to talk about what your business has to offer. You can offer the same business as those 10 people, but you're different. So they're buying you. And so if you're shy and you can't talk about you and you just want to talk about your product or your service, and you will make some sales. Okay. But if you want your business to thrive, people need to know you because they're going to feel connected to you. Think about some of the most, I would say, famous and prominent people that you know in business right now. What do you really know about their product? A lot of times we don't know as much about their product, but here's what we do know. We know about them. Why? Because they're always in the media, or they've been in the media for so long, we feel like we know them. And so whenever they come out with a new product or service, we click on a button. We want to take a look and see what's going on with them. Discoverability. So how do you become discovered as we start to wrap up, or what makes for good discoverability? First of all, get a YouTube channel. And a lot of people are saying that these days. So people go on YouTube. And the same thing, like when I'm coaching people, I will suggest that they get on YouTube. And because there are other things that you can do with those videos. But I suggest that they get on YouTube. And you know what they do? They get on YouTube, they make a video, and no call to action. They don't reinforce their name. They don't reinforce their business. They don't connect with their audience, you see. And so getting on YouTube will help you with your discoverability, but you have to have the video done right. You have to have the right script. And it's interesting that so many people are using artificial intelligence to write their scripts. And oddly enough, their business is still not increasing. Now, for some, the business is increasing. Okay. But for others, it's not increasing. Why? Because even though you can get a machine to put together a script for you, at the end of the day, it is impersonal. So discoverability is about you getting rid of the shyness and personally connecting with your customers and conveying something wonderful to your customers. So we've got YouTube. Blogging is another way. If you say, well, you know what? I don't like getting in front of the camera. Now with blogging, it takes you a little bit longer. But here's the thing. We're talking about people connecting with you as a result of going on the internet and doing a search. Well, they're going to type in some words. Okay. Or they're going to speak some words, and the internet's going to go to town and do a search. Well, if you have enough blogs out there with enough intelligent information or enough entertaining information or enough quality information, and then you're going to show up, and then people will click on it and read on it. You're going to give them some very good information. And as a result, they're going to feel connected to you that way. So for those of you that are all shy about getting on YouTube. And I want to say this, if you're super shy about getting on YouTube, don't take yourself so seriously. I understand that everybody has their way of being, and that's fine. But if you're in business, you can't let the shyness factor kick in. Okay. Now, it might be cute to some people. It might be cute to you, but it's not cute when it comes to your business. So YouTube, a blog. And here's the thing I want to tell you about these blogs. And I noticed this when I was on Copilot one day, and I asked Copilot a specific question. And what happened was when Copilot gave me my answer, at the bottom, it gave me recommendations. So it recommended websites. It recommended some blogs. So if you have blogs out there and it can help people, or it can provide whatever kind of information that's connected to your business, one of your recommendations could end up at the bottom of an AI site. And nowadays we have billions of people going to AI and asking questions, because people prefer to do that these days than use their own mind first and think first. So this can benefit you. So whatever it is you need to do, you want to start putting some information out there, but here's the kicker, and I'm going to say it again. Make sure you say your name. Make sure you make a connection, because even though people are watching you through a television or a cell phone or the computer, even though they're watching you through some screen, if they can feel a connection to you, a connection to your product because of how you explained it, how you're delivering it, and you can do a call to action so they can even find you and they want to do business with you. If you can do these things, that's a small thing to do. And oddly enough, most people don't do it. As I said, I just finished seeing a few videos and I thought, oh man, these are great videos. And the person, they're cute, so nice, right? Will I watch them again? No. But if I actually knew the person. But if I didn't know the person, let's see, would I actually click on that video? No, I wouldn't click on it. Why? Because that person asked me for nothing. It gave a little bit of information that was very informative, but it didn't say if you want more or if you have questions, call me and, and put their name. And see, here's the thing, and I'm going to wrap up on this. I mentioned like having a slogan. Here's the thing about having a slogan or something like that. When you have a slogan, people see you as a credible business, a legitimate business, not just a fly-by-nighter who's throwing your name out there. Now, you can just use your name, but listen, you've got to make an impact when you use your name. One other thing I've been talking about on a couple of previous podcasts, I talked about getting an online course is a great way to make money at home. And another thing, I mentioned YouTube, I mentioned the blogs and things, but you can actually make money through your online courses. So how do you make money through your online course? When you have discoverability and you've established credibility, now you can ask people to meet you online. Okay, because the program that I mentioned to a couple of times, that program, it allows for masterclasses. You want to encourage people to want to meet you live, to want to be able to ask you questions, to want to connect to you. And so these are the kinds of things which, by the way, if you do something like that, depending on your business, and you're struggling, that's a great way for you to pick up some extra cash if you're doing it right. There's no guarantee that you're going to make money when you use these programs. It doesn't matter what the program is, unless you, let's say, activate discoverability. Get rid of the shyness. This is why most people struggle, and they can't understand why their business is struggling. They have the nice website. They have everything that they need, except the energy that they're putting out when it comes to talking about their business. It sends a message, whether they recognize it or not, that, well, I need your business, but I don't really believe in what I'm doing and what I'm saying. And I'm a little bit shy. If someone's coming to you for a service, they don't want to deal with shyness. They want to deal with confidence. So you're going to need that when it comes to running your business. Okay, you guys, I think that's all I have for you. This is Thriving Thursday, where, I look for things, and I'm going to continue to do this. I look for things in business that, let's say a lot of times other people who are talking about business and giving you all these business hacks and business tips and different steps and strategies that you can use, which I share those as well, but they give you these things. But I look for what I call the unspoken thing, or the silent part that tones your energy down and makes people not even remember you. Discoverability is about being memorable. Keep in mind, there is a lot of noise out there on the internet. And just with discoverability comes credibility, comes likability, and people see you as authentic. They see you as someone that they want to deal with. So with that being said, you guys, that is all I have for you today on Designing Your Life Today. I mentioned the online course thing. You can use that. It does add to your credibility, but only if, don't do it just because you want it to add to your credibility. Do it because whatever class or masterclass you're offering, it's actually going to provide some information that's going to help people in whatever area whatever your area of expertise. It's going to help people go to that next level. So think about that. And remember, I said at the beginning that business is about dedication. When you're dedicated to your business, you love that business. Okay, it is a part of you. You are sincere. When I coach people, sometimes if they have the time available, I spend more time with them sharing extra information. Why? Because I'm committed to my business, and of course, I'm committed to my clients. And this is how you want to look at your business, no matter what your service is that you're offering. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, now I'm really done. Remember to check out the show notes. And in the meantime, because I'm going to be back on YouTube April 15th, don't forget to go, and you can subscribe early and watch what's already there, but new stuff is coming. Hey, it's on. Oh, and this is all out April. So there's no need to be shy anymore, right? You're dedicated to the business. Decide that you are going to be discoverable. You're going to position yourself so people can discover you. If you have questions about that and you're a little bit stuck, feel free to shoot me an email. You can send an email to patcounsel@patcounsel.com. And I'm happy to set up something where we can have a quick little chat. So there's no reason for you not to go all out this month. All right. So you have more than enough resources, and I'm happy to share information that might help. Okay. Do life with power, knowing that you're built by design to win.